Because flowers are perishables, there will be times where maybe the roses don't last in the heat and then they will just wilt. So that's when I need to get a new set. And then I don't make the intended amount of profit that I want, and it just happens to break even, sometimes even a loss. I have wanted to give up several times because of the constant struggle, and even my mom was like, do you really need this? It's a passion project. My attitude towards money is that it's going to be a struggle. Life is like that, but live life to the fullest and spend what you need to and have enough to save. So if you struggle, you struggle. Hi, I'm Damini and I'm a full-time English tutor at a private centre, and I also run an online floral business. I've always liked flowers since young, and I just wanted people to also have the same amount of happiness receiving a bouquet. It's not like we live in a European country where there's active flower fields like Holland. We live in Singapore where supply can get really tough in that sense. It's pretty expensive, and even buying flowers and making them, it's also quite taxing on our part. My target audience was a younger group, and being in that target group, I was just like, okay, money is an issue. If you're a student, you're not going to spend like $50 on a bouquet. I keep it cheap, I keep my price point low, and that's how I try to expand my business with that unique point. So surprisingly, during the pandemic, sales just went up, just shot up, because I think a lot of people were bored at home. They kind of didn't know what to do, and they kind of had their hands tied. They wanted to show their love to people. I would run around Singapore just delivering flowers. The business started to grow, we had more followers, and yeah, it just picked up from there. We earn the most during peak periods, like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, maybe graduation towards the end of the year. On good periods, I can make about 500 to 800, so it definitely contributes, but it's also not enough to sustain as a full-time gig. So I knew that I had to do something else to balance it out. My mom is a teacher, and she always told me, don't get into this line because, it's stressful, and I've seen it firsthand. So I did not expect to end up in teaching. I actually tried to run away from it my entire life. Before this, I was in various industries. The minute I graduated, I just wanted to be jack of all trades. So I tried tourism, I tried F&B, I tried fashion as well, and then ended up in education. I teach mainly from primary 1s all the way to Sec 4s. I feel like it's a very wide range, and you have to be adaptable, you have to adapt to different age groups. Including my full-time job and the online business, I make above 3K, I would say. That's a decent amount. Currently, I live with my mom and my brother at home. As the oldest child, I try to contribute to some of the meals, so I usually cover 1 meal per day, and I usually order on Grab. So just nice when they come back home, then we can all just eat together. And usually that is my highest expenditure for the month because it's a daily thing. And Grab can be a little bit expensive sometimes, but it's for family dinner, so it's worth it. I save about maybe 1/3 of my pay. What's the point of scrimping and saving when you can just live life to the fullest, I guess it's just a good balance. When it comes to money, I always had a love-hate relationship. It was the root cause of a lot of tension growing up. I needed to break the cycle, I needed to get out of that so I don't face the same problems that I had when I was a child. As I got older, I realized that, as cliche as it sounds, money does not make the world go round. The real investments in life is just relationships, the people around you, and just building that support system that you need. When it comes to home businesses, there's a lot that goes behind that people don't see. It's really taxing, and especially with the full-time job, it really takes a lot of you, but at the end of the day, it's still your business, so you're the only one who has to grow it. So sustaining a good corporate event at least once a year, that is probably one of my short-term goals. Long-term goals is to maybe grow and get a physical store, because now everything is online, and I would love to have my own space. I would also love for it to expand at a pace where I'm comfortable with, where it suits my full-time job. Personally, I feel like I want to enjoy this hustle, I want to enjoy the struggle, and I don't want people to look up to me for having myself being killed over this whole process. So yes, there is struggle, but is it worth it? Yes. So that's the hustle I want.